minutes, and then we're good. No, Cloud9 were like, we understand what you want to do. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, they pushed the issue right quick and shoved the game. But as you can see, we are now in Champion Select for game number 2. Dream Team on blue side. Kindred banned away from contracts. Wouldn't be too surprised to see Graves banned away as well. Rise taken away from him, and Azir from Peckinwolf, along with Rek'Sai. So that's 4 really quick bans.
I still think the Twitch ban comes out, especially since it's red side for Cloud9. They could end up picking Twitch for Altec in a favorable situation. So you don't want to have to change your entire draft around that Twitch.
Yeah, very strong showing last week on the Twitch, but it is, the Twitch ban. They decide they don't want to chance it.
Yeah, I think that when you start drafting on blue side, you have to always think, what if they take Twitch? Do we have enough engaged? Do we have anything that can maybe see him? Rek'Sai is banned out, so that's an awful time to actually not ban the Twitch.
Yeah.
So they go straight for it.
But the Karma now picked up for Dream Team, taken away from Cloud9.
Yeah, they played it last time, and also Swain's still on the table, so if Cloud9 don't take that, you have to think the Dream Team are going to do so because they have the Karma. Karma enables so many champions to kind of get past their weakness of being low mobility. Very helpful support champion.
Yeah, that would be a bit of an oversight if they let that Swain go through with the Karma still up.
It also didn't look like Dream Team knew how to deal with Swain, so I think you pick it here. And yeah.
Once again, Ball's going to be taking that Swain in the top lane. I mean, to be fair, Charong, despite giving up a kill, was able to keep pace in CS for a good portion of the game. And he did eventually complete that Proto Belt.
Yeah, but the Proto Belt ended up coming in a little too late.
Yeah.
And then he built an Abyssal Scepter, which is what Peckinwolf already had coming in the works as well. So they need to talk a little bit more about that, because I think that double Abyssal Scepter isn't that great, but at the same time, you want that magic resistance. So it's always that catch-22 of, if I build it, great. You know, I feel like I wasted a little bit. What were my other options? But it's the only thing that has like AP and magic resistance on it, because Athene's isn't really an option for Kassadin anymore.
If you build it, you might not die.
Maybe?
A little bit of a trade-off, but didn't quite work out. Now Nidalee locked in for Acadian, and Peckinwolf looking at it and locking in the Lissandra, taking it away from High.
Yep, the Lissandra coming through, I think it's great, because High, he can maybe pick Twisted Fate, but I don't think you pick it into the Lissandra, because you have to take Cleanse in that case. It's not completely ideal. You usually want the 2 globals with the teleport, because that would mean Lissandra has both TP and a way to get one of your summoner spells out. I think you might go for a Victor here, just because you can continue to shove her in. It's going to be kind of difficult, though, because you do need some engage to deal with the Nidalee. It's going to be hard to get on her. And you already drafted your jungler, so...
I mean, Acadian did play the relatively high mobility Ghost Hecarim in the previous game, so we'll see how he's able to do this time around. High, in week 1, he had a great showing on Twisted Fate. He's been well known for his assassins for a while. But looks like they are going to save that counter pick for now. Trundle, oh no, that isn't counter pick. That's going to be Swain in the mid lane.
Yeah, it's going to be Swain in the mid lane. It's going to be Trundle to the top lane, and I think this is the right way to go, because Trundle is a great blind pick. They can maybe pick Aurelia into it, and then even then Trundle wins that early matchup. The Braum, I definitely think, is a good idea here, because you want to be able to shield in those siege situations.
Yeah.
Normally you think, okay, well, we want to have range support so we can start winning that lane and use Altec and also use Lemonation to the best of our advantages that we have in those in that bot side. But I think this is more for the team. This is more for when you group up, you have some form of engage, you have some form of catch. If he flash Qs and tags almost anybody that's been drafted so far, then they're going to die.
Yeah, that's what we saw Cloud9 do in the previous match, albeit with a Lissandra and Swain to back it up. But now they've got the Braum Swain combo. We'll see how that works out. Trundle, again, very strong top laner right now. Looks like he's going up against Charong on Shen.
Okay.
And Massacre taking that Sivir, as you mentioned. Braum so good into stopping that when sieging turrets.
Yeah, this is a little bit strange for a couple of reasons. I understand that Sivir Karma is an incredibly good bottom lane. It's fantastic because it has so much increased movement speed for people on your team. Well, nobody on this team really needs it, right? Nobody on this team really needs that to actually get in or perform. And when you take that bottom lane, you really need a lot of damage elsewhere. The Lissandra is kind of bursty. It's not so much like a Victor where you have a lot of consistent damage and the burst. And then the Sivir, you have to get online, or else they can just build magic resistance and kind of shut your team down.
Very go fast composition from Dream Team. Maybe they'll be looking to use the
It's the Ricky Bobby composition.
they gotta go fast.
Ricky Bobby. I love that movie.
They're just gonna shake and bake. get to the win. Cloud9 though, they've got some crowd control of their own, some pretty high damage. Altec taking Ezreal in this match. Little bit more of a varied composition, but we saw them play macro in game number 1. If they're able to read these sort of Zerg rushes, these gotta go fast pushes, then they can disengage and hide under a turret.
Yeah, it becomes very difficult though, because keeping track of contracts has proved to be something that Dream Team weren't up to doing in the first game. Contracts was able to bully constantly. The Nidalee will give him some traps to lay down so that Graves invading isn't going to be as easy. He's going to have to kind of watch his feet, make sure that he's not stepping on traps, giving away his position when he invades. So looking at that, there is a little bit less gank assistance here in that top lane. So Graves doesn't have the same luxury of hard CC in almost every lane.
He will have the support of a Swain, though. So if he ever does get some backup with high or balls and continue to try playing to those solo lanes, that could end up snowballing pretty quick.
It can, but you always have to watch out here because I think the Dream Team are going to focus that bottom lane.
Yeah.
I think that because they have Sivir and they have Karma, you have to imagine that they're going to try to run down Braum Ezreal, and what they're going to try to do is have Lissandra TP in, Lissandra roam down, and Shen also. So if you try to engage on this bottom lane, you're going to get disengaged and then re-engaged on, and everybody's going to show up there. So I'm interested to see how that top lane goes with Shen and Trundle and who gets the push advantage and what Shen ends up building, because Titanic Hydra was the Shen item for a long time.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore.
Got the AD reduced from, I think it was 60 or 70 or so, down to 40.
Yeah, something like that.
Because the Ravenous Hydra was the life steal
I think it was like
at 80.
I think it went from like 40 or 50 to like 25.
Really?
Like
all the way
35.
down?
Yeah, something pretty significant. I think it got like 15 off. Anyway.
Well, still, the Titanic Hydra would be interesting to see. Or he could just go for the classic Lightning Shen. Static Shiv, split push all day.
Old school.
Remember how when people got really annoyed when we took Static Shiv away for a short while?
Yeah.
For the split push Shen, and people were like, oh no, Static Shiv is gone.
No, the problem was my Kennen. My Kennen didn't have double lightning.
Yeah. And then 6 months later, Static Shiv came back, but nobody was playing Shen at that point.
Yeah.
And then the double lightning, not working out quite so much.
Yeah, I'm actually very surprised we haven't seen Kennen.
Yeah.
Yeah, like personally speaking, I think Kennen is a fantastic champion right now. The changes to the ultimate, the energy reduction as well. You can spam Q in the laning phase, no problem. And Vladimir is good. So the old school Vladimir Kennen combo where you Hemo Plague and then he ulties, you just destroy a team fight.
Well, we've already seen the Vladimir banned quite a bit, so unfortunately the Kennen can't quite combo with it. But keep spamming your series predictions, though. We're at LOL eSports. Be sure to use either hashtag DTWin or C9CWin. Again, we'll be tallying those votes as we get into this match. Game number 2 between Dream Team and Cloud9 Challenger.
Ooh, Doran's Blade there for Balls. Balls going to try to be a little aggressive in this top lane against Churong. We usually see Crystalline Flask from almost every top laner, but Trundle is one of the exceptions. He can also go Cull. Be interested to see if he goes with that too, because Cull is kind of a Trundle item now, because he wins pretty much every lane matchup. So
yeah,
why not do it? It's kind of your free pass to scale.
Well, that was the concern, though. Oh no! Massacre tag, drops the spell shield. He's able to soak the stun with it, though. There's Exhaust, Flash, and Heal, and he's already 2 summoners out. That's not a great start to lane.
No, that's not a great start to lane in the slightest. So they end up getting both summoners out of Massacre. Has to go back. And I'm actually checking that out over again, because, yeah, he pops it. So, okay. So, interesting interaction. It looks like what happens is he pops the spell shield, and when the spell shield actually absorbs the concussive blows, you can immediately reapply it because it doesn't go on cooldown. It doesn't count as the stun actually hitting. So the Braum passive doesn't put the little circle underneath the person. And another interesting fact is that next stack of concussive blows was not applied by Elimination. It was applied by Altec. So after the concussive blows got popped by the spell shield, the auto attack from Ezreal actually started it up again. That's really...
Oh yeah, that was on...
Yeah.
I remember seeing that thread on Reddit a while ago, and I remember we broke that down. So he still technically has the concussive blows debuff.
Yeah, he just absorbed the application of the stun. It's a little awkward that's possible. It kind of makes spell shield moot. Really kind of strange, but yeah, the lane swap comes through. Cloud9 Challenger initiate it afterwards, even though it is a flashless and summoner spell-less massacre in the bot lane. Still didn't want to take it, mostly because I believe that it's the Karma. I think the Karma just kind of dissuades this whole lane from happening.
Yeah, very strong champion. Said it time and again, and I'll say it again as she quickly roams and ganks mid lane.
Helps him out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep. Balls does have to use his TP to go to the top side. He ended up getting a little bit of CS in that bottom lane, and you can see a little bit on his way to level 2. He's absorbed quite a bit of CS. When I look at experience, he definitely has more than Chiron.
Yeah, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Top tier 1 looks to go down. Acadian is going to clear away the blue buff. Contracts gets the 20 gold for clearing out the smaller Sentinel. As Acadian, that was a very greedy jungle path, but he's able to get away with it.
Yeah. Contracts, though, once again, invading the buffs. It's one of those things where you're like, who invades? Who does that? But that was Acadian on the weak side of the map for himself.
He was able to get that buff and get out despite Contracts invading, so it ended up working out this time.
Yeah, but they both had blue buffs, so it means that Contracts was able to jungle on his bottom side of the map, which is the strong side for Dream Team. And the reason he was able to do that is you don't run into the enemy jungle to check for a lane swap if you already blue, flash, and heal.
Yeah.
Because you're going to die if that happens. And they didn't even send a North Scarin to do so either.
Oh, he's actually coming up for a gank. Lands a spear onto Altec. It's not so much a gank. It's more of an escort for Chiron. Ignore the man who was at low health with no escape summoners.
There's a spear here. You can't go forward. Yeah, meaning he doesn't actually want to have something happen. But Chiron getting kind of destroyed in this lane swap right now. He's level 2. He has 0 CS. And Trundle full level up. Now the TP has to come through from Chiron. So that'll be an advantage for Balls in the near future. Oh, but Balls can't make it down to that bottom lane. So now that they have everybody up here...
Lands a taunt. Good pillar is going to keep Norscarin from...
Oh, he hit level 2.
Flash snare. Norscarin lands it, but there's no follow-up.
Yeah, Balls understands that, nope, he can't reach me. So, don't have to blow my flash. Doesn't have enough damage.
That's flash blown by Norscarin. No flash for the Dream Team duo lane, but...
Ooh, this is old school. This is the jungler helping the top laner in a lane swap. And now they have to get pushed off. Oh, but
there's a flash taunt. They've got Contracts. He flashes out on his own.
Well played there from Chiron to actually put pressure on them. Now that's the flash from Contracts. Balls has no TP to make to the bot side. So feeding him this solo turret gold is going to be pretty much impossible. And that might give an advantage to Chiron.
It just might. Something that he will desperately need.
Oh,
Spear is going to find him. Oh, boy. But... he's confident in his ability to escape. And despite the pressure placed on the lane, he's able to defend that turret, soak a few CS despite the difficulty of it.
Yep, top lane close to going down though. I think they might need another wave here. We'll see. Balls over the wall. Balls over the wall, absorbing a little bit of experience, getting out pretty cheeky. But here comes Contracts in the mid lane.
Once again, roaming and ganking, get those solo lanes up off the ground. First recall, he did go for the warding smite with the longsword. So once again, playing around that vision, enabling his team to, can we dive? Can we make rotations? And for now, it looks like it's going to be a pretty patient no. Duo lanes head back towards that bottom side as Ball's finally going to catch up with Chiron. 15-11 with double Ruby Crystal.
Oh. Balls had to blow his flash there.
Yeah, Acadian can't get in range for the pounce.
Peek Wolf just takes so much damage, and High's got minions there too, so he's just healing off of them.
Oh, man. I would have beat you if you didn't have that wave of minions.
Yeah, and he's got Catalyst as well, so He kills the minions for mana, turns that mana into HP.
Takes damage from the minions, gets mana.
No fun.
Whoa, Altec leaps over the Mantra. Norscarin doesn't have flash. Exhaust onto Massacre. First blood. There's no turret
Yeah,
for him to go to. He gets tagged. Contracts catches up, and Massacre will drop to Contracts. The duo from Cloud9 enact the gank quite successfully.
Yeah, they have no coverage on that side of the map. Contracts has been hanging out and living in that bottom side. You can see all the wards that have been placed down by him from the Tracker's Knife, and then the pink ward on the backside of the red. As soon as they saw Acadian topside, he can turn around, and he was originally going to gank mid, and that's when Pekin Wolf ran off to the left. But yeah, immediately makes his way down there, knows that he has complete agency over the jungle, and they went way too far forward there without coverage of their jungle. That's rather unfortunate.
Oh, flash. Whoa! Contracts is able to get the execution onto Pekin Wolf.
Between two turrets, too, they just dive and end up picking up that kill pretty easily.
Yeah, Cloud9 are off to a stronger start now than even their previous game, which they ended at a whopping 24 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was pretty insane how quickly they ended that game.
This is not a great start for Dream Team.
No, but once again, it's Contracts, recognizing that the other team messed up in a macro play, that they messed up in a position, comes over the wall. Norscarin's like, I don't know which way to go, goes back and forth, gets blown up, and then they blow the exhaust on Massacre. He has flash and he has heal, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't get an opportunity to blow either of them, and it wouldn't have made a difference as soon as he's tagged by Elimination. It's just the setup for that, the play, the lack of warding in the jungle.
Yeah, very clean play from Cloud9. 3,000 gold. Acadian and Charong are going to chase Contracts and Balls away. And Balls still only level 5, doesn't have Subjugate. Here comes Pekin Wolf. Yep. There's no tier 1 turret for these two to retreat to. Contracts almost certainly going to be caught. He will sacrifice himself so that his top laner can escape.
Yeah, and now Cloud9 pushing the bottom side and mid-wave. Dream Team actually commit 3 people to that to get 1 kill. It does go over to the Acadian as well, so hopefully he's not as far behind in the jungle anymore. It's about 400 gold down still.
Altec continuing to shove in that bottom lane. Clears out minions very quickly. The Cloud9 Challenger are continuing to try to snowball their very aggressive lanes. Again, just look for that macro. High is going to find some damage on the Pekin Wolf.
Acadian looked like he was going to try to go for a spear over the wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pekin Wolf can't really do anything unless he has his ultimate. This matchup, not too much in his favor. Swain, just incredibly powerful. We see it picked or banned very frequently as top laner, even mid laner. Just wins a lot of matchups. The range in which the Q can harass you and then the E just ticks away. It's like old school Warlock, man. It's all that Warlock.
More dots.
I mean, Azale knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you need more dots.
Dirty Warlock player.
Yeah, High enacting that as best he can. Oh, harassed just out of range from Norscarin. As this MMO is not looking very good for Dream Team.
Nope.
They do still have some time, though, and despite those 3 tier 1s for Cloud9, Dream Team have got their tier 2s to fall back on.
Yeah, that's true. They do have their tier 2s. They can buy some time, but you look at the compositions, the Sivir's going to scale pretty well, but she needs to get to those item points where she has a lot of crit and her Ricochet can decimate a team. But by that point, how big is High going to be? Because he's the big problem here. I think that you need to get an Executioner's Calling relatively early on because you have both a Trundle and a Swain. You want to cut that healing down pretty much no matter what. I would even say getting it as early as right after you complete your first item. It will delay your attack speed, which sucks, but I still think it's better for the team.
We'll see if he decides to go for it. Still has a long sword in the inventory, so he could turn it into the Grievous Wounds. And Pekin Wolf, as you can see at the bottom lane, is going to see Contract spotted out by a ward.
Yeah, we haven't seen an ultimate used from Shen, so we aren't seeing map movements from Chirong to actually make that happen. And yeah, spotted by a ward, which means that Chirong could actually go to the top side, no problem. And it looks like they're going to try to rotate mid and maybe catch out High, but High rotates down bottom. Everybody from Cloud9 Challenger except for Balls is in this Dragon.
Oh man, High eats a spear.
Wolf's looking for a flank. He gets spotted by the wards.
Yeah, it's currently 5 versus 4. Balls has teleport, Dragon is secured, and now Dream Team decide to go in.
On the hunt.
Contracts is going to try to get out of this one.
He's fast.
Wolf gets caught. Bot tosses the snare. Dream Team try to force the issue. Wolf gets knocked low. Chirong does have the ultimate. He gets Wolf out of there. And Lemonation, despite burning, he's going to be able to get out. Balls teleports in. High picks up the kill onto Chirong, but Acadian answers back. Balls is stuck chasing that very mobile Nidalee. Flashes the wall and is able to secure the kill with his subjugate. And oh man, even the knockup. Double kill for Altec. 4 kills for Cloud9 and only 2 for Dream Team.
That looked like it was going to be so good for Dream Team, but their lack of damage in that middle of the fight ended up being what changed it around. Wolf goes in. He doesn't even have Rod of Ages completed. He completes it now, and then he's able to run forward. He ends up using a lot to get to him. You know, you use the Sivir on the hunt. You're using your Karma Mantra Shield to try and get in, so you don't have that during the fight. They get into the fight. The ultimate comes down. We'll see it here. Wolf's going to chase. Uses the ultimate. Throws it out. They zone out. Chirong, taunt flash, beautifully done. Throws down the field that allows him not to get hit by autos, so he stays alive and doesn't get stunned. Lemonation off on the right side, makes it out. And that's the difference in it. The fight going even at the start. And then the flash over. The chomp, and then Norskeren has nowhere to go. A lot of that is Massacre is running off on the left side. I mean, if they group together and maybe kite backwards, then they have a way to actually get out of there, but it wasn't working out for them.
Yeah, again, Cloud9 looking very confident in their play. Able to turn that fight back in their advantage despite the good setup and chase. Acadian, there he goes.
Yeah, it was quite weird because you're looking at it going, okay, well, Swain missed the never move. The beautiful taunt flash, but the damage is still lagging a little bit behind. Good zoning by High on the bottom side of that fight. And then Massacre really couldn't find too many ways in. Ooh.
Wow, stylish juke from Contract.
Here comes Chirong.
Meanwhile, there's a fight in the back. Wolf goes in, tries to burst him down. He's got some help, but the true shot barrage knocks down Chirong.
Yeah, you don't expect it to do that much damage, but Altec, he's pretty fed right now. 4-0-3, Manamune done. Goes right through him, and I think it's the first target that he hit as well. Yeah, it was. It was the first person that got hit by it. Massacre was right there, but it didn't pass through him first. Went by right after.
Yeah, full damage from Cloud9 Challenger, not only in that ultimate, but in this entire game. I mean, we're starting to see them propel further and further forward, taking advantage after advantage. And Dream Team, again, they thought they had a pick there. They thought they'd caught Contract.
Yeah, if you're looking at Chirong, he's really squishy right now. He doesn't do a whole lot of damage. He's building towards the Sunfire Cape. He has no magic resistance. And up against High, he's just going to get decimated.
Dire situation for Dream Team when your tank is going to go down relatively quickly. Wow, that was difficult.
Sometimes words are actually very hard.
Yeah. But the rest of Dream Team don't quite have enough damage to make up for that lack of tankiness. Acadian, you can see, still rocking only the Amp Tome on top of his Luden's Echo. Runic Echoes. And Cloud9 Challenger now going to take down the Rift Herald.
Rift Herald most likely to balls here. Make sure he can get a split push on against the Shen, which is going to give him just a lot of stats. And that's the other scary thing as well, is you look at what Chirong's building, and he's building for this lane matchup. He's building for balls. He has to. But Swain is going to pretty much shred him. So what's going to happen later on is Balls is just going to ulti Chirong, and now Balls is going to have all the armor, which is the stat that he wants to be able to not have to build, because Wolf, Acadian, Chirong, Norskeren, mostly magic damage. So he wants to build magic resistance and then take the stats away from Chirong. And Chirong's kind of helping him right now. And it looks like he's going to build even another armor item because he has another cloth armor.
Well, looks like I might be caught. Gonna take a lot of damage. He turns it back around and chases
Who's
the
catching
two.
who?
Yeah, who is the predator and who is the prey? Flash from Acadian, knock up. Oh, just out of range, and Dream Team escape. Oh, and the true shot barrage.
Almost, but yeah, you can see right there. 2v1. High doesn't even blow Flash, doesn't even get greedy, gets Acadians. And Chirongs, they both have to kind of bail out, and this turret's gonna go down.
Yeah, the tier 2 gets shoved very quickly and gets cleaned up by Cloud9 Challenger. Meanwhile, Altec is shoving in the mid lane. Not a lot of people to answer means he gets a lot of free damage. Peek and Wolf, as you can see, with his teleport, he's looking for the entry, but On the Hunt is used defensively.
Yeah, Acadian hasn't backed yet either. You can see how little mana he has. Peek and Wolf, they're going for this.
Yeah,
Why?
Chirong decides to try to join in. They've got him locked down. High is so low, but he's able to heal up off of the minions. They get the kill onto Peek and Wolf, and High survives. And Cloud9 are turning this on its head, slaughtering Dream Team.
Yeah, they were already very far ahead, and now it's just even worse. 18 minutes in, almost a 10K gold lead. Cloud9 Challenger showing that they deserve to be near the top of the standings, and that Dream Team still have some work to do.
Yeah, we were lauding Dream Team for being able to adapt in their set against Nova, but this week it seems like they're not quite able to use their adaptation successfully, as Cloud9 in Game 2 look even more dominant than the previous one. First Drake already gone to Cloud9, second one follows shortly. That's an 8,000 gold lead.
And this is quite brilliant by Cloud9, but also a little foolish from Dream Team. Massacre gets chunked out. They go, oh, wait, we want to fight. Acadian has no mana. TP comes through from Peek and Wolf. He has the ultimate on him to stand united. Taunt across 3. High gets chunked out a bit, but then High flashes, and he stays in the corner. It's like, oh, let me just heal up off of these minions. So they all turn to get Peek and Wolf. Well, you have a no mana Nidalee. You have a low HP AD carry. It's like, you're not going to be able to accomplish very much in that fight, even if you get the perfect engage.
Yeah, I think High was actually acting as bait a little bit because the rest of his team was...
Well, they had to walk through his team to get to him.
Past the not the Raptor Bush. Is that the Raptor Bush? Is that the technical term? Do we have a term for that bush?
It is the bush on that side of the map.
Yes. Yes, that one. Perfect. Because the rest of Cloud9 were sitting there, it was just a one-way trip to try to dive onto him.
Hey, you can probably call it the Raptor Bush, by the way.
Yes.
Probably fine. And yeah, exactly. They can't reach him. If they do try to reach him, then they're overextending, and he's just healing off the minions, which is quite frustrating for the Dream Team.
Speaking of frustrating, Cloud9 are not done pushing just yet as they escort a minion wave to the top side of the map.
Yeah, I don't expect them to be either. I think they're going to continue to push. I think the contracts on Graves, he does so much damage to turrets that you can't leave him alone with them. Graves getting much closer to those turrets does a lot of damage. And when he has the time alone with it, and oh my god, speaking of time alone, Baron, 20 minutes.
Oh boy, there's no vision anywhere nearby, and Cloud9 are taking it on spawn. There are some pings. Chirong has got teleport, but he's got no wards to teleport to. And the Baron will go down. Here comes the rest of Dream Team. The spear lands. Oh, but Smite secures it for contracts, and Cloud9 back out of the pit.
And they all get out. Dream Team, they don't pick up a single person at the moment. And meanwhile, Ball's pushing bottom lane with Rift Herald and Baron.
Yeah, Chirong actually teleported up to join his team. But that leaves bot lane undefended, as you've just said, and he's now putting some pressure towards that bottom side. He's got enhanced recall.
He's canceled his back like 2 times now.
Yeah, pretty big misplays coming out of Dream Team to try to defend that inhibitor turret. Finally, though, all of Cloud9 recall, buy some new items in answer. Dream Team only get 1 person to recall in time. 10,000 gold, 21 minutes into the game. Peek and Wolf is going to be spotted out despite having a pink ward of safety. But that Bastion is not going to last as Cloud9 clear out the remaining vision for Dream Team and start to split push with that Baron buff. They've got balls heading now towards that bottom side.
Yep, split push 100% here, level advantage, everything in Ball's favor at the moment. Continuing to push.
Yeah, luckily though, lots of wave clear from Dream Team. Sivir, Lissandra, great adaptions at being able to clear minion waves compared to the previous game's Kassadin Ashe.
Just chunked out Peek and Wolf right there and Massacre, so they're going to have to back off. And now you see High and Balls coming to the bottom side, and they know they can get some quick damage on this turret.
Yeah, there goes a taunt. They're going to find Balls, but I think that he wants to take it. Drops the Subjugate. He's not even being damaged by the turret as he's finally going to be able to knock it down. Cloud9 collapse, and now look for the inhibitor. Peek and Wolf gets caught. He's got the ultimate that he can drop on himself. He goes into the back. He is going to drop it. There is on the hunt. Cloud9 are out of mana, and they're trying to back away from this one, but I'm not so sure that they can. And in fact, they're going to turn it around. Massacre is retreating now into the fountain to defend as the inhibitor falls.
Altec almost has ulti. Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's not right. It was a zoning ultimate.
Yeah, one of those.
He's sending a message.
Yeah, next one will be better. That's what it said.
I could have killed you here, but I chose to let you live. Like the Greek generals sending messages in climactic battles. Altec trying not to kill the messenger. But at this point, Dream Team, they're not looking great.
Nope. It looks like Cloud9 Challenger just pretty much have to continue playing it the way they've been playing it, and they'll just close it out. There's really nothing they can really do about this. Chirong finally picks up some magic resistance, but you can see how much, basically, he's like paper to Cloud9 Challenger. They are just ripping through him. No Zonias for High yet, and he just got more magic penetration, so his damage is so high.
They set up a flank to try to commit onto Contracts, whose ultimate is able to single-handedly dissuade Dream Team from chasing.
Wow, just Altec is fed right now. 5-0-5. He has 3 items completed. Manamune already transformed to Essence Reaver Zeal. And they both had Cull at one point.
Oh, True Shot Barrage misses, and Norskarin makes it back to his base. Peek and Wolf does as well, but Contracts will not be stopped. Cloud9, again, effectively using their macro play to clean up what remains of Dream Team's base. All of the turrets are down. All of the inhibitors have fallen. And now they turn and force it into a fight. Cloud9 are looking to clean this match up. Peek and Wolf, he's got an Elixir of Wrath to try to keep himself up, but he just doesn't have enough time to stay alive. High single-handedly keeping the rest of Dream Team locked into their fountain. Altec is going to be the jailer, holding the key, holding them in place as Cloud9 clean this match up. There's nothing Dream Team can do. The Nexus will fall, and Cloud9 take their second 2-0 victory.
Sloppy, man. That was 10 seconds longer than the previous match. Still, Cloud9 Challenger, they just look fantastic right now. They're able to close these games out once they get an advantage. We're seeing super early Barons from them, and that's what I'm loving, is that they're actually saying, okay, well, we have complete vision control of this area. We're going to make a play here. Even if you show up, we're stronger. And that's what they're doing, is playing the vision game. They punished the bottom lane for being too far forward after the lane swap, and they did very creative things that you normally don't see.
Yeah, we've actually got a replay for you of that 12-minute fight where it really looked like Dream Team were trying to get back in.
Yeah, Contracts, good on him to actually create as much distance as possible, because if he got caught in that choke point, then all of Dream Team would have been there much earlier than Cloud9 Challenger, and you saw that Cloud9 had to walk all the way around the top side.
Yeah, some huge damage coming out of Cloud9, and again, it looked like a favorable trade until Cloud9 were able to get the cleanup. So very unfortunate. And again, a lot of this was stacked up from those summoner spells that were already missing due to earlier macro movements from Cloud9.
Yeah, I think that Cloud9 in that fight, it did look a little bit bad, but I think Contracts played that absolutely perfectly. I think that that was the best way that Graves could have played that fight.
Yeah, just all over the map over the course of that entire game. We said it in game number 1. He spent more time in the enemy jungle than his own practically. This time, he basically had a reason to, being able to chase forward. He had vision, he had support, he had some stuns, and was just able to lock members down with his enormous amounts of damage.
Yeah, I also think that he did a great job controlling vision. His ward placement very early on, his purchasing of pinks and putting them on that bottom side, and then knowing that bot lane is probably going to be the focus from both Lissandra and the Shen. So go bottom lane, hang out on this side of the map, and he did that both games.
Yeah, and in game 2, he did it over and over, just time and time again. It really didn't feel like Massacre had an opportunity to get up off of the ground.
Yeah, he was constantly down, and it really put the Sivir behind. I was talking about it near the end there. It was 1.5 items to 3 items and completely converted Manamune into Muramana.
Yeah, absolutely huge performance out of Cloud9 Challenger. And again, this is a team that we expected to be near the top of the standings. And they're definitely showing they've got what it takes, even with a new jungler. So how on earth can a team other than Team Liquid Academy bring down this titan of a team?
Well, honestly, at this moment in time, it's got to be you have to play like an LCS team at the moment. You have to do your lane swaps right, because even if they had a favorable matchup, right, they're blowing the flash and the heal early on, they still lane swap away. They're like, all right, we kind of don't want to go into that matchup, and we just want to lane swap and try to get an advantage there, open up the map. And I think that's what Cloud9 are going to try to do, is get those outer turrets and then play from that point onward better, because it's much easier to play pre-lane swap than it is at post-lane swap if you don't know how. Because post-lane swap, the map is so open, you have to ward behind all of your guys, and that's what they weren't able to do on Dream Team's side.
Especially with the experience that provides, Cloud9 should be able to do more with that. But keep it tuned right here, because in just a few minutes, we'll be teeing up our next game, Nova versus Team Liquid Academy. You're watching the North American Challenger Series.